Hi guys, Angel here, and welcome back to the presentation of Multimedia Design Principles. In the previous video, we talked about the sixth and seventh principle of Mayer's cognitive theory on multimedia learning, which are the pre-training principle, which states that people should have prior knowledge first before you introduce them to more complex materials. And of course, segmenting principle, which talked about uh, giving information in chunks. You divide information through segments and not giving information all at once. So today we will be talking about the ninth and 10th principle of design, and those are the modality principle and image principle. So without further ado, let's begin with the modality principle. Okay. What is modality principle? So modality principle states that it is very important for us to maintain equality between visual elements, spoken language, and textual content in multimedia design. This principle suggests that multimedia materials, because it's multimedia, are more effective when presented with multi-modes than just one single mode. Okay? Multimedia materials should also be multi-sensory. We should remember that people absorb information differently. For example, ako po, I can grasp information easily through visual and kinesthetic. So other people might be more visual as well, and some other people are more auditory learners, and so on. So presenting information in various modes will allow different people with different learning styles to be engaged in the material that you will be presenting to them. But on the other hand, it is also very important to remember that as designers, we should be able to choose the modalities that best suit the nature of the content or the preference of the learners. I think it was mentioned in the discussion of our advisor that we should prioritize to accommodate the needs of the people who will receive the message. Okay, don't give them information that it's really very hard for them to grasp. Okay, maybe you can introduce a new technology to them, but remember segmenting principle. You need to start simple and then going to more complex, okay, materials, for example. So maybe you can start with things they are more comfortable with. Okay, and then as you go along, you can introduce them step by step new ideas. That's really very important. Now, how will we be able to apply this principle? Okay, now number one, try to limit the use of text. Instead, rely on visuals, image, or voiceovers. Okay, sometimes uh, people tend to make, let's say, for example, PowerPoint presentations, which are really very text heavy, punong-puno ng mga words. Okay, just like what I mentioned a while ago, by doing this, you're actually removing the interest already of the viewers, of the listeners, or the target audience. Their attention, their focus will be diverted to different things. Okay, so it is really very important just to put what is necessary, what is important, okay, in that particular slide. And don't put everything. Okay, you can actually include images or voiceovers just to accommodate different learning styles as well of the listeners or the target audience. Okay. During a narrated presentation with visuals, only use text to list steps or provide direction. You don't need to write everything. Again, that's actually information overload if you put everything all at once. Okay. For example, complex information can be presented in diagrams. You don't need to put an entire paragraph. If you can actually put it in charts, in animations or videos, or spoken explanation, okay, which can complement the visuals by providing additional context or explanation. Okay. So you need to remember just to limit, okay, not overload everything. Okay. That's Really very important. Okay, next is the image principle. I will just transfer my face here so my face on the other side can be seen as well. Okay, what is the image principle? Okay, the image principle is really very easy to understand. It suggests that people may learn better if talking heads is complemented with visuals. Can you just imagine an entire, let's say for example, news show, TV Patrol, for example. They are not actually showing a lot of visuals. Okay, they're just showing Nolly De Castro's talking face in the entire 30 or 1 hour program. Okay? Nakakapagod yun sa mata ng audience. It's tiring for people to watch and they cannot actually connect all the information together. They don't have an entire picture of what is happening. So it's really very important for you to use different modalities. Okay, just like what the previous principal mentioned. Okay, don't just use a talking head. You can include an animation. You can include images, diagrams, etc. So that's why I said these two are actually connected with one another. Okay, next, how to apply this particular principle. Consider talking head videos initially just to develop connections and build trust only. I know if you'll be able to see news reporters, for example, Atom Aralio, Jessica Soho, Nolly De Castro, you'll be able to know that they're credible enough, okay, in giving this news to you, okay? So that particular part where their face is actually showing is just an introduction, just to build credibility, okay, to the entire story. Okay. After that, select relevant and meaningful images that align with the instructional content. Now, storytelling comes in. How do you storytell that particular news or that particular video using images? Okay, using videos or sits, as we say in media term. How will you be able to tell the story using cinematography and so on and so forth? Okay, so that only shows that you don't need to actually just put an entire image of someone talking because it will just make it tiring for your audience. Okay, oh, that's it. But before we go, I'll actually give you some clips of my video when I traveled to Mount Pulag. And I actually created somewhat a documentary vlog for it, docu-vlog as we mention it in mass communication. Okay, I'm not just presenting it for me. Okay, if you have comments about it, then you can share it later on in the comment section. No? Uh, I don't just show my face there talking. Instead, I did voiceovers. I put some videos. I put some text. Okay, I hope that you'll enjoy some portions of it. I will cut the video because it's so long, so I'll just present you the highlights of that particular video.
Mount Pulag Trail will offer you 3 different but equally beautiful ecosystems.
Hi Angels! Ito yung first ecosystem ng trail to Mount Pulag. Ito yung pine forest, as you can see. Okay, we have pine trees. Sa likod natin, Benguet pine, popularly known as Pinus insularis. So yun na yan. Yan.
Isang oras bago natin marating ang unang campsite where you can rest a little bit.
Hi!
Ito naman ang pangalawang ecosystem ng ating trail, ang mossy forest.
Hi Angels! Dahil nasa mataas tayong lugar, malamig yung hangin at saka may mga hamog, yung mga fog naiiwan siya sa mga sanga-sanga ng puno, sa trunk ng puno ko. Kaya mapapansin nyo, namumuo yung mga moss at saka ferns dito sa mga puno, dito sa mossy forest.
Ito ang pinakamahabang trail dahil aabot ito hanggang campsite 2.
Hi Angels! Part ng challenge ng mossy forest, itong dadaanan natin. Hindi masyadong maayos yung daan, pero ito yung mga dadaanan natin, yung mga ugat ng mga puno dito.
Aabot ng mahigit 1.5 oras ang lakaran sa mossy forest. Welcome to the third ecosystem of Mount Pulag, ang grassland. Standing at 2,926 meters above sea level, Mount Pulag is the highest peak in Luzon and the third in the Philippines. Kaya tinatawag din itong the Roof of Luzon. Matatagpuan ang Mount Pulag within the municipalities of Bugyas, Cabayan, and Bukod in Benguet, Kiangan in Ifugao, and Cayapa in Nueva Vizcaya.
Hi Angels! Maybe some of you were asking bakit kailangan ng reservation para makaakyat ng Mount Pulag. Kaakibat kasi ng pagsikat nitong bundok ay siya naman ding pagdami ng tao na gustong makita ang Mount Pulag. Kung yung mga taga rito, yung mga lokal, ang tingin nila sa Mount Pulag ay sagrado, yung mga ibang turista, yung mga ibang hikers, may mga kapabayaan na nagagawa. Kung kaya't napilitan, yung mga lokal, with the help of the local government of course, and the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, to control the number of trekkers, hikers, visitors na gustong makita ang Pulag para na rin hindi masira at maabuso ang Mount Pulag. Morning po, konti na lang po. 20 minutes. 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Para sa mga katutubong nakatira malapit sa bundok, itinuturing na sagradong lugar ang Mount Pulag. Dahil sa taas nito at lapit nito sa langit, naniniwala ang mga katutubong maaari na nilang makausap ang kanilang mga Diyos. Kaya't di na rin ako nagtaka kung bakit tinawag itong the playground of the gods.
Mount Pulag is the natural habitat of this endemic dwarf bamboo at marami yan sa grassland ecosystem, lalo na dito sa summit ng Mount Pulag.
There you go. If you have comments about it, like suggestions, how can I improve making videos, then I'll appreciate it po. Okay, I hope you have learned something in this short video, and I hope to hear from you on how you apply this 9th and 10th principle in creating and tailoring your multimedia presentations in your own respective field. Once again, this is Angel, and I'll see you on the last video. Bye!